A British survey indicates who parents think is the worst role model for their children. Now, this survey was done on thousands and thousands of people, actually 2,287 British moms and dads, and all of them have at least one child who is either 10 years or younger. So the survey asked them which pop icons they would hate for their children to idolize. They were then given a list of male and female stars and asked to choose as many as they wanted. Now, topping the list for female pop icons is actually Miley Cyrus. 78% of them responded that Miley Cyrus was the worst role model. Coming in second at 54% is Nicki Minaj, and then third is Kim Kardashian. Okay, we got to stop right here because this is kind of amazing. Nicki Minaj came out with a hit song where she talks about people licking her asshole, and she came in at number 2? I don't know. I mean, look, I get it. People don't like that Miley Cyrus twerks. But why is Miley Cyrus a worse role model than Nicki Minaj raps about people licking her asshole, okay?
Okay, but on the other hand, we have seen the inside of Kim Kardashian's ass. I mean,
that's a good point.
I mean, she did a porn tape. Nicki Minaj didn't do a porn tape, right? So Nicki Minaj does entertainment where she sings about it. Like, you know, I don't think you're judging. I think that we all don't care.
No, I don't care.
Right?
I like that song, right? But you right. Can't. I just think it's really interesting how people pick and choose who they want to hate on, right? Okay, so like my hatred toward Kim Kardashian, it's gone. It's over.
Oh, you're done.
100%.
I don't believe it.
No, it's over. Okay. I just get off her ass, okay? Like, leave her alone.
Oh, really? That's
yeah,
leave her alone. That's the only thing she does not want you to do.
No, I think
that's right. Maybe that's her actual, strike against Kim Kardashian.
I feel like ever since she became a mom, she became a lot less unbearable.
Really?
Yes. She did the paper magazine thing, whatever, who cares? That didn't bother me. But she's not all over the media doing ridiculous things constantly. Look, I don't have a problem with anyone on that list. I just think it's interesting how Miley Cyrus, of all people, tops the list.
That's just because I think she got the saturation of the media more than Nicki Minaj.
It's partly why Donald Trump is in the lead. I mean, that's who's in the news. That's who's making.
I didn't even know Nicki Minaj did a song about analingus, right? So, and if I had, you know,
you'd have downloaded it.
Yeah,
she uses euphemism. She refers to eating cake.
Oh, that's what she calls it?
Yeah, eating cake means licking the butthole.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. So Anna's now said that 3 times.
That's
right.
Okay. When they say cake, when someone says cake hole, I always thought they meant your mouth.
Well, not anymore.
Now they mean who's sticking cake? Who's eating cake rectally? This is my question.
I think we really hit the essence of this story.
That makes a hell of a wedding photo, huh? You got the cake photo.
We should make the Christians bake that cake.
There's your.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get to the guys.
By the way, first of all, there is I don't know a lot about Miley Cyrus, but there is a freedom of expression to her.
Yes.
Which I would be proud that my daughter. Idolized is too much. She's a star and she doesn't know anything about her, and so you're always going to be hesitant about that kind of idolatry, but idolization. But that said, like there are parts of Miley Cyrus that I think are pretty cool.
I like parts of Miley Cyrus.
I like parts.
Okay, all right.
Come on.
What I like about her is, look, she grew up, people wanted to kind of pigeonhole her into like that Disney good girl. And then she's like, I don't want to be a good girl anymore, which is fine. And I feel like a lot of people are uncomfortable with Miley Cyrus's open sexuality.
Yeah, she described herself this week as pansexual.
Oh,
fascinating.
Which means she's open to loving anyone. She said as long as it's consensual and they're grown-ups and not animals.
She sounds like a terrible role model.
Yeah. No, but guys, let's keep it real. Yeah, you guys, of course, you guys are ready, mainly because they know her more than they know the other guy, other people. Plus, she goes on TV.
That's devastating news for Kim Kardashian.
Well, that's true. She goes on TV. Every time she goes on TV, she doesn't have a shirt on. She was on Late Night just yesterday, and she came out with a jacket. The jacket's open, and there's pasties, and that's it.
Good for her. Good for her.
No, for me, I think God bless her. Welcome to America, right? But for a lot of parents, they look at that and they go, oh my God, I don't want my daughter going around with no shirt on. And if she's the role model, I hate that.
Okay, so
I don't even know what cake means.
Let me ask you guys something for a second. So, and this is for all parents out there, is nudity or someone who's scantily clad, is that the definition of a bad girl, right? So if you're wearing something that's revealing, oh, that's it, you're a bad girl, that's all you need to do, like,
Yeah, that's what we should. Yeah,
It's so ridiculous. Who cares if she's
Yeah.
wearing pasties? If that's the standard that you use to determine whether or not a person is good or bad, then you need to really prioritize your standards because that's ridiculous.
The problem, I don't know, man. I don't know. When you're scantily clad, that is by its very nature, and it's okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there is a sexualization of that. Like you
course.
were proudly sort of displaying it, and when your fans, many of them are 9.
Yeah.
You know, that's a thing. I don't, you know, I mean, I was appalled and continue to be by by all those little mini beauty queen pageants. I mean, I think it's hideous and awful and gross. And what's mostly gross about it is the sexualization of it, right? And so, you know, I mean, look, by the same token that Charles Barkley doesn't have to be a role model, Miley Cyrus is not, she didn't sign a contract to be a role model, but after having I admire her independence. But yeah, it'd be great if she were aware of the difficulty that put parents of 9-year-olds who are good people, who aren't, and then have this sort of having their daughter's role model walk around wearing what she's wearing. But I hear you also, Anne.
I just feel like if you have a male pop star running around with like no shirt on and he's jacked and he's looking good and he's really proud of the way he looks, no one's going to call him a bad role model. But if you're a woman and you want to be perceived as a good role model, you better cover up. And by the way, parents, why don't you sit your 9-year-old daughters down and have a conversation with them? Look, I dress a little revealingly time to time, but when I was a kid, I didn't because I had a mother telling me, look, you're a minor and this is not the way that you're going to dress as long as you're a minor. When you're older, you get to make decisions for yourself. Okay, it's that simple. I don't like
that.
exactly. I just don't like demonizing adults in pop culture and media, whatever, because of things that they do that they shouldn't be demonized for, like dressing sexy.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, there's probably a way to dress sexy that is slightly more than what Miley Cyrus wears, but I still like the idea of the male rock star running around. We're jacked up.
We're still very juvenile in America when it comes to sexuality.
We are.
Yes, we are.
Absurdly
Europeans are topless at the beach. That's why they don't need Snapchat.
Right. By the way, who would Sarah Palin and Phyllis Schlafly, just off the top of my head. 2 people I would be mortified if my daughter idolized. I'll take Miley Cyrus and Nicki Minaj.
I never looked at it like that. How about Bristol Palin? Should she be on that list, right? Because that's what they say.
Okay.
And by the way, what kind of cake do you put up rectally? Upside down cake.
Okay, so let's talk about who people consider good role models real quick, all right? First of all, let's just skim through the male bad role models. 56% say Kanye West, 55% say Justin Bieber, 41% say Zayn Malik.
Who's that last one?
Never heard of him.
So
he's in One Direction.
Yes, he's in One Direction. He's referred to as the One Direction heartthrob. All right,
But then on the other list, there's another guy from One Direction who's a good role model. Is that right?
Yeah. Is it Edge? No. Ed Sheeran's an actor. Harry Styles, right?
I think so.
Okay, so that guy. But look, Kate Middleton tops the list as good role models. Like, you want your daughters running around in funky-looking hats? Like, that's how you determine whether or not someone's a good role model?
I think you should shave your styles. That's what I think. My wife does anyway. I like it that way.